Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you are well. In a historic and unforeseen turn of events, a country known for its peaceful environment is now making headlines with its citizens taking to the streets in powerful marches and protests to get justice, and that too for another nation altogether. For the first time in many years, the people have decided to raise their voice against injustice, demanding change and capturing the world's attention. The country we are talking about is none other than South Korea. The citizens of South Korea are in the news day in and day out because of the huge number of protests that they are carrying out against the onslaught happening in Gaza. There are reports that pro-Palestine organizations are holding demonstrations in a number of South Korean cities and calling on Israel to put an immediate end to the bloodshed in the Gaza Strip. Given that the majority of South Koreans are either atheists or Christians, and Muslims account for a small fraction of total, people who are not even Muslims come together to advocate against the atrocities faced by Muslims in Gaza. It is becoming increasingly intolerable that many so-called Muslim countries, such as the UAE, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia, are suppressing any protests that express solidarity with fellow Muslims in Gaza when we witness South Korean citizens standing with the suffering Gazans rather than the citizens of these Muslim countries. While it is true that many Muslim countries have shown massive support for Palestine and continue to do so, it is also true that some Muslim countries are accused of supporting the enemy nation's ongoing brutal attack on the Palestinian people, in addition to forbidding any expression of solidarity with the Palestinian people. Many other non-Muslim nations like Japan, Australia, and the United Kingdom have seen its inhabitants to take the streets to denounce Israel's actions. They have understood that standing up for Gaza does not require one to be a Muslim. It only requires one to be a human being, to feel the pain of other human beings. Whereas Muslim nations, where such a show of solidarity for Gazans is prohibited, believe that worldly status and deals are important than a believer's life, which is unfortunately the reason why the state of Ummah is in such a mess. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide the Muslim Ummah. Ameen.